What is up? Happy Friday. Lord Skunk here from LordSkunk.com. Yes, it's that time. It's the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes live show every Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're here. We're ready to do this thing. We got Cheeky Cutie in the house back from Vegas, hanging out there along with Talon and a couple other people. She'll give us some insight on that, I'm sure, in a little bit. McLeod's in the house. And we got Riemann, who is traveling at the moment, so he's listening in. If he gets to a spot where he can chat with us and have reliable Wi-Fi, he'll be popping in a little bit later. What's up to my homeboy Medium Skunk in the house? Little homeboy is grounded right now. Medium Skunk, type your ally code in the live chat there, and you can get some more allies. Medium Skunk just started playing the game recently. My little homeboy there. He helped me out the other day, too, around the house. I had some stuff I had to do, a little project I had, and he came over and helped me out, so thanks for that. All right, so let's get into this thing, man. I'm excited about today. First off, we want to thank all of our patrons. Support the live show and content for $1 a month and get special Discord statuses like hanging out with us in the voice chat during the live shows. You can find out all the ways to support the Lord Skunk channel, the YouTube, the website, the guides, all the stuff that we do by going to lordskunk.com/support. And we do have a new sponsor level patron reward has been added. We have been getting quite a few additional sponsor level patrons. So get all the rewards to be other tiers in addition to your site, your page, your YouTube URL, or your ally code promoted on the live shows and other video content. Do you have a super awesome roster that you want to show off? Become a sponsor patron. You have an ally code up there. And even if you don't accept all the allies, at least all of those people that add you will be able to take a look at your profile, which is really cool. That you're able to do that. So big shout out to all of our current sponsor patrons, Stephen King, Doctor Who, Coldplay, Sprizzle, and our newest Sean Butterfield are all sponsor patrons. Thanks so much. We are 55 of 75 patrons to our next goal. That is the webcam goal. So we'll be able to get those webcams going. So that's exciting. So we are only 20 patrons away. I'm getting a little nervous, a little scared about that actually as we get closer to that. We were quite a ways away a couple weeks back, so I wasn't as worried. But now, whoa. Man, getting a little stage fright. So that will be coming sooner rather than later. Again, you can find all the details over at lordskunk.com/support. Thanks so much again for all the patrons that are scrolling down at the bottom on this screen. Thanks again, everybody. Live show is brought to you by Gamefly. Get 1 month free for all lordskunk.com viewers when you sign up for Gamefly today at lordskunk.com/Gamefly. You can get all your console games. You never have to buy any. You can just play them. When you're done, send them back. And don't forget, you can head over to lordskunk.com/merch to get your Lord Skunk and Team Skunk merch. Another way that you can help support the channel. Really appreciate that. So always appreciate people sending me the pictures and whatnot of them wearing their Team Skunk or Lord Skunk shirt. It's really cool. I'm actually wearing my hoodie right now, along with my old school hat. Unfortunately, they don't have hats on this new site, but hey, it is what it is. All the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes guides and resources you need for raids, characters, ships, mods, and more at lordskunk.com/guides. What's up, man? What's up? We got so many people in the live chat right now. If you're watching this, the real Lord Skunk, I love it. Your worship is duly noted. Thank you. Appreciate that. If you're watching the replay of this and you have, or listen to this on a podcast and you have not got to participate in a live broadcast, you should try to make a point to join one, attend one. The live chat is very entertaining as well. All kinds of good stuff over there. Love to see all the familiar faces and the new faces in there. So if you haven't done so yet, new people, hit that like and subscribe button. Really appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, join the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, Star Wars Force Arena, which just has some recent updates, Marvel Future Fight, and DC Legends Facebook groups at lordskunk.com/FB groups. You can connect with us over there. It's very cool. Adds another layer to our community. Got a question you want answered on the live show? Follow at LordSkunk1 on Twitter and tweet with hashtag AskSkunk. If you're watching a replay, or listening to the podcast of this, feel free to get those questions in during the week. We will answer those on the next live show if you're not listening in live right now. So here's what we're going to be looking at tonight on tonight's show. We got the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes Weekly News, Galaxy Heroes Top Characters and Ship Rankings, the Weekly Meta Report, Star Wars Trivia Questions of the Week. Top 10 list of the week is going to be not the top 10, but the top 9 Sith characters in Galaxy Heroes. There's only 9 currently, so we're going to go over the top 9 Sith. Places of Power, we're going to attempt to do that event. We're going to see if we can do that new Assault Battle event Not sure how far I can get, but we're going to try. We're going to do our questions and answer section. And then, of course, we have the live show after party on the LordSkunk.com Discord server. We usually give away ally codes and maybe do some trivia and all kinds of other stuff. So join us in the Discord after the show by going to LordSkunk.com/Discord if you have not joined with us over in the Discord yet. So cool. So before we get into that, before we get into the news, let's get some news from Cheeky Cutie and Talon. Let's see what's up. How was the trip to Vegas? How did you guys do? You guys survived. Are you home now?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not even home yet. I'm sorry if my connection is poor. I'm sitting in Brisbane Airport. I have to sit here all day, and I get on my flight home to New Zealand tonight. I'm still traveling. Nice.
So you're in Australia then?
I am.
Cool. So how was the trip then? Give us a quick rundown on some of the adventures and misadventures that Team Skunk members had down there in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah. The trip was absolutely insane. It went above and beyond all my wildest expectations. Like, it was mind-blowingly awesome. We had lots of adventures. We shot some awesome guns. We visited the Grand Canyon. We went to some awesome club. I don't know. It was just full of action and excitement, and everyone was really awesome. And there was no awkwardness. It was all just good times. It was awesome.
Nice. So tell us some of the things that you did. I know you went to a gun range and did that.
Right. We did that.
How did that come about? Whose idea was that? That's a pretty cool thing to do. Who kind of came up with the idea to do that?
Oh, I know Talon was pretty keen to do that. He hadn't shot a gun before. Are you there, Talon?
Yeah. I came up with the idea. So we had the Humvee come pick us up at the hotel, and they drove us out to the gun range, and they had like tanks and stuff out in the parking lot. We all shot different types of weapons, so
nice.
That was pretty fun.
That's really cool. So
AK-47, baby.
So Talon's never shot a gun before. Had the other people that went, had they shot guns before, or was it their first time too?
Yeah. I'd never shot a handgun before, though, so that was cool.
And he was shooting the 50 cal sniper rifle, and man, that thing almost stops your heart.
Wow, yeah, that'd be fun, man. That's pretty cool. You guys did that. Yeah, actually, now that you mentioned that, Cheeky, I do remember if you joined the Facebook groups, Cheeky Cutie had I think it was a profile picture for a while. You were shooting a gun or something in one of your pictures.
Oh yeah, my Facebook cover photo.
Yeah, I remember there was something. Yeah, cool. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. I'm glad everybody was safe. So nobody ended up in jail. No, the hangover type escapades.
No.
No. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you guys have fun. Yeah, definitely want to do that again. Unfortunately, February's a tough month for me. There's just so much going on for me in February. But yeah, I'm gonna maybe try to shoot for something maybe in July. So that'll be cool. Yeah, so it'll be fun. Well, good. I'm glad you guys have fun. I'm glad everybody's safe. That's the key. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Talon would probably say 11 out of 10. I bet you Talon would say 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
Let's do 11, baby.
11. Take it to 11.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Well, good deal. I'm looking forward to seeing some video and stuff that you guys shot. So we'll get together later in the week and see if we can maybe get some of that up. I know people are curious to see your guys' escapades out there in Vegas. So cool.
What happens there stays there, my friend.
Don't worry. We'll only show the stuff that can be shown. I don't want to show
the censored version.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, this is PG. So, but cool. So let's get into the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes news report. What's new? So we had a chance this week to see Darth Nihilus in action with the Lord of Hunger 3 event. Here's what the viewers had to say about Darth Nihilus at this event. One of our viewers, Black Wolf 1, said, "I'm so glad I managed to beat the event with my strongest characters at just level 66, gear level 7 on the third try. Rebel Squad killed off in part 2, Nihilus taking the one-hit kill on Krennic in stage 3, and then patiently picking off the rest one by one. Such a monstrously powerful character." And then Divio1823 said, "My whole team died at the second stage of the last level, and Nihilus soloed the rest of the second stage and the third stage. It's crazy." Gaming with TNT, My brother, level 44, managed to be all 4 tiers. Annihilate's max health increase combined with his health steal is crazy. He'll be an awesome Galactic War character. And Brian Curry said, Annihilate can be blocked by ability block. Be prepared for a Baba Old Ben meta. And then Joseph Drummond said, most nerfable character ever. He soloed 2 entire waves. Any one character that could take down 2 ads, a boss, and 3 shore troopers. I mean, come on. So pretty crazy there with the old Darth Nihilus. What did you guys think? What were your thoughts on Darth Nihilus when you guys got to play him?
Awesome.
He's pretty crazy. I could not believe how fast I could get through getting that Annihilate cooldown down, man. It was nuts. So I mean, I think I had it down to like 3 or 4 turns. I had that ability up. I actually saved it for one of the encounters just so I could use it on Krennic at the final tier. I actually had it up in the second encounter and didn't use it until the third. So yeah, pretty crazy. I did a video on that. If you haven't checked it out, it is up on the channel. But very interesting. I don't. What are you guys' thoughts? I mean, do you think this character's gonna be nerfed or what?
Yeah, he'll probably be nerfed in a month because you do that move first, so you already lower it like 4 or 5 spots, and then I mean you just one shot everybody. So any tanks, Maze, General Kenobi, anybody that you think is hard, you just wipe them out.
Yeah. Any other thoughts? McLeod, are you awake?
Yeah. I didn't seem to get to play with him much during the event because the rest of my team seemed to take out all the characters really quickly. So he basically got 1 turn and then didn't do anything. So I kind of used a lesser team just so that he had time to burn off that cooldown, and very cool animation on the special.
Yeah, and I liked his second ability too. His first special, it kind of looks like a red version, a little bit of a Palpatine's whatever that is, whatever that thing is he does where he electrocutes everybody. So yeah, it was cool, man. I mean, he's a pretty cool character. I do have to agree with some of the viewers out there that he will be nerfed at some point. I mean, think about it. You pair him with SWGOH Press now, it's going to be able to take people out at 50%. So you're going to be able to take out a full character and then take out another full character if they drop below or get to 50 or lower. Pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy stuff. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm looking forward to the next event where we can actually test out a little bit more with Darth Nihilus, so actually be able to put him on our team and maybe play with him in Galactic War. Even if he's not super high level, I don't think it matters. As long as you can get that Annihilate up, it's game over. So very interesting to see. Some bug updates that they released last week. For early review, here are the additional bug fixes that were announced via today's dev update. Abilities, Darth Vader. Now, we talked a little bit about this last week. Darth Vader fixed an issue that could cause turn meter reduction from inspiring through fear to happen more often than intended. So you already know they fixed it to where you can't double dip with a Sith and Empire character like Palpatine or Vader. So they fixed that, and then they also fixed some additional bugs. So we'll see how this affects Vader in the future. We'll see if he's going to be as strong as what he's been. We obviously know that Barris got a little bit of that fix or nerf or whatever you want to call it. They're calling it a fix. So we'll see how it plays out with Vader. I still think Vader's going to be pretty strong. Barris is still pretty strong. And then the other abilities they did was with Sith Trooper. Buffs from Viking's Legacy will no longer be dispelled if the ability is triggered while Sith Trooper has buff immunity or shock. And then the final ability was for Dooku. Hindering Press. Omega incorrectly says attack can't be evaded. So those were the bug updates that happened last week, that happened after we did the show. And then this week we're going to be highlighting, this is what they said. This week we're going to be highlighting features from our upcoming quality of life update. These features are meant to improve your play experiences and provide some other nifty improvements. Pretty cool stuff that I read through. We'll go through them here. I think there's about 12 or 14 updates that they did. Just some stuff they did to the game that probably needed to be done. It's been over a year since the game's been released. So these are just some little things that can help save us a little bit of time and some frustration. So number one is saving squad configurations. Preset squad configurations can now be saved and selected in the squad selection screen. This feature is very robust, allowing squads to be grouped into tabs, example AAT squads, and rearranged and deleted. So that's pretty cool. So you can have your PvP squad 1, 2, 3. You could have your your heroic AAT or regular AAT squad, phase 1, 2, 3 teams. Same thing for rank war, same thing for galactic war. So pretty cool there. That's a pretty good feature, but it just makes it getting through a little easier and being able to drop those teams in there. Number two, they're going to speed up combat. So this is a good one. That we all kind of been waiting for. I'm glad they did this. And it gave us 3 total different options to be able to use for this. So combat speed can now be modified between 3 settings: 1 time, 2 time, and 4 time. These speeds are independent of auto or manual battle, allowing increased speed while retaining manual strategies. So you're going to be able to speed up those animations. Now, for these ship battles, man, those could seem like they could just take forever. Just forever. So we'll see. We will see what happens when these come out. I mean, in theory, these all look good. I obviously haven't had a chance to test them out. I know Riemann looked at some of these. He did a video on these as well. So if he gets time or he gets to where he can speak later, maybe he'll pop in here and give us his insight on these updates. Number 3, basics only in battle. This is a great one. Auto battle can now be configured to only use basic attacks. This setting can be enabled in the battle settings menu and provides a choice between auto battle using all abilities, using basic abilities only, and providing an option to select the desired behavior when tapping the button in combat. This one, man, I would have loved to have this when I first started playing the game, man, because those first battles, it was like, encounter 1, encounter 2, you just wanted to use your, you didn't really want to fight through them because they were so boring, but you didn't want to use your specials on them. You wanted to save those for the third encounter of a match. So very interesting stuff there. Glad they're doing that. That'll help out a ton. And then number 4, challenge completion and rewards. Character gear challenge rewards have been increased so that higher tiers always provide better rewards. When the final tier is simmable for all character challenges, a multi-sim button is available to sim all available challenges at once. The timer still applies, so you still got to go back every 10 minutes and you have to sim them again. But you can sim. So like what is it? Sunday, I believe it is. Sunday you have like all of the challenges are available, so you'll be able to hit that sim button. It'll sim all those challenges. However many there's 8, I believe. Is there 8 or is there 6? I can't remember, 8 or 6. I'm not sure how many challenges there are. I think there's 6. I don't know, whatever. So whatever, it'll sim all the ones that are available. So it'll wipe them all out. You'll get the rewards for all those, and then you're done. You come back 10 minutes later, you do it again, so on and so forth until all your battles are done. So you don't have to sit there and go through each scroll over and do all that in the challenge. So it's pretty cool. So that's good, and it will give you better rewards now in the challenges. So whatever you got in tier 1, you're going to get that in tier 2, and then tier 3. All the rewards are going to be in the final tier. You don't have to go back and do some of the other tiers based on the gear that you want. So you'll be able to get all the gear, and you'll be able to get more pieces of gear, which is good. All right, number 5, preview ability upgrades. Ability levels. I think Riemann did a video on this one. Ability levels can now be researched, allowing players to make more informed choices regarding their investments, which is nice. You can see the ones in the past, but more importantly, you can see the ones going forward, so you can see how they'll progress and what if you want to continue on, or if it's worth putting abilities into that. If you don't really care about what's up for the next couple levels, that'll be nice. That's a really good one, especially for new players. I know when I was new to the game and I started playing, I didn't really go to all these websites and see what the maxed out abilities are going to be. I kind of just looked at what the next one was, and then that was how I made my decision. So, sometimes making that investment in that one next level of an ability, can really open up another really good upgrade right after that. So it'll be cool to see that. That'll help a lot. And then number 6, train and enhance screen improvements. The unit's desired level can now be selected, and necessary resources will automatically be assigned. So you can take them from, if you just want to level your characters up to 80, you can get them up to 80, or so on and so forth. Or you can take them all up to 85. You can adjust that on a sliding bar, which is really cool as well. Before, we just had to try to use the right amount of training droids to get to whatever level you wanted to get to, and then you had to go back, and so this will make that much easier. I seen that in action on Remon's video. It looked pretty cool. And then number 7, upgrading mods. The animation for upgrading a mod is much faster and can be skipped. Mods can now be upgraded based on a desired level. So if you got a mod, you want to upgrade it, and you want to take it from 1 to 15, you just slide that thing over like you would level a character now, and boom, you got a level 15 mod done, all upgraded. You don't have to waste any time jacking around with mods, which is nice, especially for the the mod challenge or the daily mod requirement for the daily quest. Sometimes you get a mod in there and, you just want to take it all the way to 15 and be done and move on. And there you go. You'll get credit for your quest, and you got a maxed out mod, and you're good to go. So that's helpful. That's good. And then at number 8, player profile. A player's fleet, arena ships, and ship inventory can now be viewed in the player's profile. The player XP bar and level have been updated to include the player's name and look tappable. I don't know how they're going to make it look tappable, but okay. Many players were not aware they could view their own player profile, and then they also added a new stat, Fleet Arena Battles 1. So if you've been like me and you went over to your fleet battles and you're looking at potential enemies to fight, and you click on them, all it does is show you currently, it shows you their arena team. So now we'll be able to tab over or arrow over, and it'll show us their arena team, and then it'll also show us their fleet battle team, so you kind of get a better idea. Now, the one thing I wish it would have done, which it didn't look like they did in the video, the preview video they showed of this feature, was that it doesn't show their reserve fleet. The ships that are in reserve. That would be nice to know. So that's interesting that they chose not to show that. I would have liked to have seen that. Obviously, that could make a decision on base if you fought that person or not. Maybe you'd fight a different opponent because of their reserve ships. So interesting that they didn't add it, but it is what it is. It's I'm glad that they put the I'm glad at least we could see their arena team now. So it's good. All right, and then number 9, guild leader message. Guild leaders can now set a persistent message at the top of chat, allowing them to communicate important information. So this is great. So if you wanted your guild to all join, a Discord server or a line app, group, or a message forum or a Facebook group or whatever it might be, you can put that information in there so all your members will be able to see that. Or if you want to tell them when a new when the next raid time is going to be, or whatever message you want to convey to your whole guild, you'll be able to do that in the guild leader message, which is nice. All right, and then number 10, improved home button. So this was always kind of annoying. Like you would go into, you go look at your guild mates, and then you hit home, and it'd take you all the way back to the home screen, or you'd be in ships, and it'd take you back to the home screen for that. If you're looking at your ship roster, it takes you out of the ship menu. So improved home button to enable easier navigation in the guild room and ship room. The home button, upper right corner, will be contextual to the current room, cantina, guild room, ship room. For example, when viewing the raid leaderboard, the home button will be replaced with a guild room button. So it's kind of nice. This is a nice little feature to add. It saves you a little bit of time. And then number 11, Squad Arena daily activity will be reduced from 3 attempts to 2 attempts for players that have the Fleet Arena daily activity. So if you have Fleet Arena open, your daily requirement to complete your daily quest for Squad Arena will be reduced from 3 to 2 attempts. And number 12, allies. Players can now make more informed decisions around their allies. Guild names have been added to ally management and requests, including ally request inbox messages and post-battle ally requests. Potential allies' player profile can be viewed when an ally request inbox message is received. Current allies now display guild name and last active time to allow easier management. This is really cool, man, because when you're going back through your list, you can kind of see... especially if you want the majority of your guild mates maybe to be your allies, and you scroll through your list, you see, oh wait, that person must have left a guild, or maybe they were an old ally. You move to a new guild, you can remove or add people based on their guild, and then also you can see when they've been active. We had a few people, in the Team Skunk community, over almost a year now, and some of them maybe just quit playing the game or they stopped being as active. You can see their last activity level. We had people that have just quit the game, I guess, and they went inactive and they were still on my ally list. I didn't realize that they weren't playing, so now I'll be able to go back and see they're not active and remove them if I desire. So it's a cool feature. And number 13, favorite unit. A unit can now be identified as a favorite, allowing easy identification when viewing the character ship inventory. A filter exists for only viewing these units. So if you want to have a favorite a couple characters that maybe you're working on for your arena team, or maybe you're working on gearing, or maybe they're just your favorite characters or ships, you're able to do that. So I don't know if that's as exciting as some of the other ones, but hey, whatever, cool. And then number 14, Guild Management. The last login filter in Guild Management has been updated to last activity to convey a more accurate time period since the player has last played the game. Last login had the potential to not update for highly active players that never closed the game. So interesting stuff. So those are our 14 new additions that will be coming in an update very soon. So what do you guys think about these new updates? I mean, do you think these are going to be helpful? Are these exciting? I mean, compare these to having these features, or would you rather have Jedi Luke? I think I'd rather have Jedi Luke. I mean, that's not even a question. But how great do you think these features are? What do you guys thoughts on these? Cheeky, you got any thoughts on these features?
Yeah, they're great. I'm actually really excited to see some of this stuff. I'm really stoked to see these things. I want to see them fix that 600 bug though.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
That's a good point.
Like, come on, it's been a while now.
Talk about quality of life. That's quality of life, right? Yeah, when you're required to use spreadsheets to track guild coins on a daily basis, that was definitely be a quality of life update. Good point.
Yeah.
What do you think, Drew Dog?
Yeah, I think it's a nice facelift that the game needs. So try to keep it fresh, because it seemed like it was getting stale this last month. So a lot of new options and stuff we could check out.
Make it a little easier to navigate. That's cool. McLeod, you got anything you want to add to it?
Yeah, I think the most useful one there for guild management is the persistent message. That was always a problem for coordination things, especially when we needed proper coordination to actually stop people hitting a raid or to tell them to go hit a raid, and people would just blow up the chat and your message would disappear. So having a sticky or a persistent message, that's going to be awesome for guild leadership.
Yep, good point. Talon, anything you want to add? Nope. Is Talon traveling too, or is he home? I'm not sure. I didn't hear what he said on that.
He's home, but he's definitely still recovering.
Still recovering? Nice.
Yeah. I've heard it's a 2-day process at least.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help too when you get jet lag too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the hair of the dog, man. It's the hair of the dog. So. All right. So recent events. We just had the third Lord of Hunger event that just finished up. Did you participate in this event? If you did, what were your thoughts? Let us know in the live chat or in the comment section below if you're watching a replay. The Lord of Hunger, for me, I enjoyed it. I really liked playing Darth Nihilus. We talked last live show or 2 live shows ago. I can't remember when it was, but recently we talked about how they were going to release these new characters. And I kind of like it, man. I kind of like this way. I kind of like testing them out. We'll just have to see on these next couple of phases. First they're going to go into these packs, and we'll see how much of those are going to be, and then we're going to, then they're going to go into Chromium, and then, then eventually they're going to go into somewhere we can farm them. So we'll see. So far, so good, though. So far, so good. Upcoming events, we got the Lord of Hunger third event that just happened on the 23rd, and then the final event will be on February 25th, which will be late tonight, early tomorrow. Minimum level required again is 20 plus, and the main rewards will be Darth Nihilus. And then open squad, bring characters who are strong against the Sith. Upcoming other events, the Places of Power, which hopefully we'll look at. We'll be able to look at and complete some of that today in the live show. I did not do that event yet. I haven't touched it, so we'll see how that works out for me. Places of Power, which starts today. Today's not the 25th. Why does it say today? I don't know. Did it start early?
Yeah, I did it already.
Yeah, weird.
Fun.
They announced it as starting on the 25th, so that's weird. I don't know why it started early.
It's the 25th in some places already. It's the 25th here in Europe already.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, interesting. All right, and again, the minimum level required is 75 and has 3 tiers of 75, 80, and bonus tier. And the main rewards are going to be light side pilots and ships and shipbuilding materials. Notes require Sith and or First Order. They say, watch out, it's very difficult. So we're going to see firsthand how difficult this thing is.
Well, I blasted right through it.
Did you? Who is your leader?
Huh?
Who is your leader?
Zader, man.
Zader? Okay. Yeah, I don't have...
full Sith team.
Yeah, I don't have...
Kylo. I put Kylo in there because he's pretty tanky. I wanted everybody to survive. I pretty much cleared it, and I think only Sidious was the one that didn't have it as protection.
Okay, interesting. I'm going to have to try it. Yeah, I don't have
so you got a strong
Vader
Sith
Zeta.
team, you'll cakewalk, but you got to have all those Sith.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try it. We'll see what happens here. We'll see if I can, how far I can get in this thing. So, upcoming events, Omega battles. We got the Coruscant and the Empire. They're gonna be on March 4th through the 20th for the weekends. And then, of course, March 9th. I hope you got it marked on your calendars. Palpatine will be back, so you got a little bit more time there. I had a lot of people asking me what Rebel teams do I need? Get those Rebels ready, and you'll get them. You'll get your Palpatine. Gotta get your Palpatine. All right, speaking of Palpatine, let's talk about the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes character ranks. LordSkunk.com, we have the full Star Wars Galaxy Heroes character rankings as voted on by you and the rest of the player base. This is a live rankings and can change at any minute based on your votes. You can always find the list at LordSkunk.com/ranks. The top 10 highest ranked characters in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes this week are... Number 10, wow, new to the top 10 list, Rey. Rey has made her first appearance on the top 10 list since we initialized this thing about a month and a half ago. So Rey has broke into the top 10. She pushed Jedi Knight Anakin out. So Jedi Knight Anakin is now 11th place. Rey has jumped into the top 10. TIE Fighter Pilot, Qui-Gon Jinn, Lando, and Biggs all stay 9 through 6. Again this week, no movement there. Wedge Antilles comes in at number 5. General Kenobi holds steady at number 4. Darth Vader jumped ahead of Kenobi a couple weeks back to take number 3. And then Emperor Palpatine and Boba Fett have been going back and forth, number 1 and number 2. And this week, as of the time that I did this, a couple hours ago, Boba was still in the lead at number 1. So very good stuff there. Other notable rankings this week, Death Trooper has fallen down to number 36, and Krennic fell to 38. Darth Nihilus currently sitting at number 45, Sith Trooper at 67, and Sith Assassin number 64 have been added to the list. So if you haven't done so, make sure you get over there and rank Darth Nihilus, Sith Trooper, Sith Assassin, and update your ranks accordingly. This is a live list, so you can update these as you go through it. And again, that is lordskunk.com/ranks. Now, on to the ship rankings for this week. Again, at lordskunk.com, we released the full Galaxy Hero ship rankings, and you can find those at lordskunk.com/shipranks, SHIPRANKS, lordskunk.com/shipranks. The top 5 highest ranked ships in Galaxy Heroes this week are number 5, the Scimitar. Number 4, Ahsoka Tano's Jedi Starfighter. Number 3, Biggs Darklighter. And the only change this week in the top 5, Jedi Counselor fell back a spot, and Slave 1 has retaken the number 1 spot in ships. So Baba's again sitting at number 1 in the character rankings, and then his ship sits at number 1 in the ship rankings. So very good there. If you haven't voted yet, again, head over to lordskunk.com/shipranks. All right, now we're going to be looking at the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes weekly meta report. McLeod, are you ready for this?
As always, ready to rock the meta.
All right, let's do this. We're going to be starting with the leaders.
All right, so it looks like we're going to have a real quick meta report this week in terms of the leaders and the squad members. Not a lot of movement, and for the first time in a long time, it's pretty stable. So we have no new entries and no one dropping out. But what we do have is a little swapperoo between a few of the spots. So Darth Vader still reigning supreme, but the galaxy is at war, the light against the dark. And we have Darth Maul and Wedge Antilles swapping places there. So Wedge Antilles drops out of second place, giving it up to Darth Maul, and drops down to third. And then we've got Boba Fett and Rex swapping places in fourth and fifth. So Rex actually going up 1 over Boba Fett. And then down at the bottom again, you've got another victory there for the light side, with Qui-Gon Jinn going ahead of Emperor Palpatine in the 6th and 7th spot. So Qui-Gon up to 6th, Emperor Palpatine down to 7th, and the bottom 3 is holding steady, with Lando in 8th. Lando, HK, and General Kenobi holding 8th, 9th, and the 10th spot there. So I would imagine it's Qui-Gon Jinn getting a few more Zetas, for Palpatine dropping down a bit, mostly because Darth Maul seems to be the favorite leader, along with Darth Vader and his Zeta as well. So that's what we got with the leaders. Not much movement there, just a couple of swaps there within 1 space each. We move on swiftly to the squad members. There is virtually no movement here at all. The only big mover and shaker here, I am one with the Force. The Force is with him, or he likes Dolly Parton a lot because he's gone from 9 to 5. Shirt Imwe comes all the way through, pushing everyone down behind him. So the top 3, we still have Boba Fett, Emperor Palpatine, and Baze Malbus, followed up very shortly in 4th position by General Kenobi, and then Chura Imwe in there at the number 5 spot, and then pushing everyone down 1 spot. So that's Darth Vader, TIE Fighter pilot, Biggs, and Wedge go all the way down to 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, and then B2 Super Battle Droid still holding that number 10 spot. So not a lot of movement there apart from Chura Imwe seems to be coming through, and I can only imagine because a few people have been spending a bit on those chromium packs to level him up a little, which is making him a lot more useful in arena. And there you have it. Not much movement this week, and we'll keep an eye on it, but pretty stable for the moment.
Nice, good stuff there. Not a lot of changes, but I'm sure we'll see some once people start getting their Darth Nihilus. I'm sure we'll see him on that list not too long.
Yeah, we're just waiting for him to pop in now and see how that shakes out with the whole Empire versus Rebels.
AJ asked me if I would shout out Team Skunk Goon Squad. He said he's a new member, and he said it has been his best guild experience he has ever had. So welcome to the Team Skunk family there, AJ. Glad you're having a great experience. That's what's up, man. Love hearing that stuff. All right, now we're going to be doing a Star Wars weekly trivia. Glad Cheeky Cutie's back because it was rough last week. I think McLeod got 2 out of 3 and Riemann got 0 out of 3. So hopefully she can chime in during her wait in the airport. So we'll see.
Yep. I'm ready.
All right, so here we go. Question 1. Now remember how to do this in the live chat, guys. Remember in the live chat, do Q1 or 1 and then the answer because it gets confusing. We don't know which question you're on because some of these streams are they have different delays in them. So here we go. We're going to start it off. Question 1. Who did Darth Vader think was missing from a consular ship? A, the counselor. B, the viceroy. C, the senator. Or D, the ambassador. So again, the question was, who did Darth Vader think was missing from a consular ship? The counselor, the viceroy, the senator, or the ambassador? Cheeky, start us off.
That would be D, the ambassador.
D, the ambassador. All right, Drew Dog, you there? What you got?
D, the ambassador.
McLeod?
D, ambassador.
And Talon?
We're just going to go with consular, just to be different.
The counselor, A, the counselor. All right. And the answer was D, the ambassador. Who did Darth Vader think was missing from a consular ship? All right, it's okay. It's all right. Number 2, question 2. According to C-3PO, in how many locations was the tractor beam coupled to the main reactor on the Death Star? A, 6, B, 7, C, 9, D, 8. So question 2, according to C-3PO, in how many locations was the tractor beam coupled to the main reactor on the Death Star? A, 6, B, 7, C, 9, or D, 8? Cheeky?
D, 7.
B, 7. All right, Judog?
9, C9.
C9. All right, McLeod?
D, 8.
D, 8. All right, and then Talent?
A.
A6. All right, let's see. According to C-3PO, there were 7 locations the tractor beam was coupled to the main reactor on the Death Star. So again, Cheeky Cute, are you going to get a trifecta here?
I hope so.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. The last and final question. Who asked, who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him? Was it A, Obi-Wan Kenobi, B, Grand Moff Tarkin, C, Han Solo, or D, Luke Skywalker? Again, question 3. Who asked, who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him? Again, A, Obi-Wan, B, Grand Moff, C, Solo, or D, Skywalker. Who was it, Cheeky?
I'm gonna say A.
We're gonna
Obi-Wan
We're
Kenobi.
gonna have to make you go last, I think, because everybody's gonna probably copy off your answer. You're a savant here. Drew Dog, who you going with?
That's a tough one, but I'm going to stick with C, Han Solo.
All right, and McLeod
C, Han Solo.
and Talon.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
All right. So who was the one who asked who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him? That was A, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Wow,
I
trifecta
can't
there.
believe this.
Yeah. So it's funny because Cheeky Cutie was, she said to me in the past, she goes, hey, I'm a little nervous about doing this trivia stuff. I wouldn't consider myself the biggest Star Wars fan in the world. She's definitely a fan, but she said that she wouldn't consider herself to know everything about it. But so far, she has proved that she does know everything about it. And this was said on the Millennium Falcon when Han Solo called Old Ben the fool, and then Old Ben replied with, "Who's more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him?" So there you go. There's your Star Wars trivia for the week. Did you get all the answers correct? Let us know in the comment section how you did. Want more Star Wars trivia? Let us know that as well. We got some good stuff in the future planned for Star Wars trivia. We're still waiting for the stupid update for Discord. Once that happens, a lot of cool things are going to start coming down the pipeline from the channel. So really looking forward to that. If you got a question you want answered on the live show, follow @LordSkunk1 on Twitter and tweet with #AskSkunk. We'd be glad to answer those for you. And now we're going to be looking at the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes weekly top 10 list. Now, just a quick spoiler, this will not be a top 10. This will only be a top 9 because we're going to be looking at the top 10 Siths. So let's get that over there. Good job to Cheeky. Very good on your trivia there. So far you've nailed it. Every week we've done it.
The winning streak.
Yeah, you have to win streak. Now it's going to be even more pressure on you though, because now you're going to be like, oh geez, now I got to maintain this. So
I know.
I think she's gonna have to answer last on each one.
yeah, she's going to have to because people will be copying her answers now. So yeah, we have to have her go last.
Hey, Skunk, we need to do the top 2 through 10 because we all know Darth Talon is the number 1.
Yes, I agree. Now we only have 9 Sith in the game, so I was hoping that maybe we could add in Darth Talon as an honorary number 10, but unfortunately, we didn't do that this week. I didn't have time to get a hold of Malia. So here we are, the top 10 list of the week for LordSkunk.com, sponsored by Loot Crate. Get 10% off from LordSkunk at LordSkunk.com/Loot Crate. This week, we will be looking at not necessarily a top 10, we'll be looking at a top 9 Sith in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I would love to do a top 10 Sith, but there's only 9 of them. So here's the notes for the week. Only through me can you achieve a power greater than any Jedi. Galaxy of Heroes has long had a Sith problem. They were terrible with the release of new Sith characters and new Zeta abilities and reworks of existing Sith characters. The Galaxy of Heroes players have a whole new set of amazing Sith options. But which are the best? And unfortunately, I would love, like we said, I would love to have Darth Talon. If you haven't checked out Darth Talon, check her out. She's Talon. I would love to have her in the game and love to have her on this list. But unfortunately, she's not in here yet. Coming in at number 9, Savage Opress. None of the Sith characters are bad. Savage Opress just happens to be the worst. His Zeta unique will help to manage the debuff meta by dispelling a random Sith ally. His unique ability can be paired with attacks that bypass protection to decimate an opposing character. Still an interesting and valuable member of your squad, but your resources are better spent elsewhere in regards to these other Sith. Coming in at number 8, Sith Trooper. Sith Trooper will be a very annoying character to face in the arena. His AoE offense down also gives him huge protection up, and his basic can bypass protection on a debuffed enemy. Unfortunately, the likely large cost to get him to 7 stars where he will shine, and the fact that buff immunity significantly decreases his viability makes him a less powerful Sith option. Coming in at number 7, Sith Assassin. Sith Assassin gives massive turn meter to Sith allies with her special attack, and her Electrocute special could unleash enormous damage on the right team and with the right buffs. Paired with Savage Opress, her attacks that bypass protection can mean an easy 2-shot on a powerful enemy. She is less susceptible to buff immunity as she has a personal cleanse, but her upfront cost will likely still be large for a character whose utility and damage are less than the other options found on this list. Coming in at number 6, Darth Nihilus. The best animations in the game and an outstanding leadership ability that completely changes how you attack a team. Darth Nihilus is an outstanding addition to the Sith arsenal. His basic dispels the target enemy, and his Annihilate is a fast way to flatten that annoying Chirrut or Baba on your arena shard. Unfortunately, his leadership ability requires you to farm a completely new set of mods, focusing on speed and offense with no crit damage or crit chance stats, and his cost may be prohibitively high for many players. Coming in at number 5, Darth Sidious. Darth Sidious requires his unique ability to be Zetaed in order to maximize his damage and health, and when you do have a character who can dominate the arena, watch as he dodges every General Kenobi assist attack. The addition of Exposed to his AoE also massively increases the burst damage of his initial attacks. Coming in at number 4, the other version, Emperor Palpatine. Emperor Palpatine is dominant, especially in a Darth Maul-led team with an AoE stun, single target shock, basic attacks, and health regeneration with offense up. His lead gives massive turn meter to his allies, but is worse than other Zeta options available. He is still the most reliable way to put up huge damage in Phase 3 of the AAT raid as well. All right, so far we have gotten through 9 through 4. What are your guys' thoughts? Anybody want to throw anything out there?
I'll go Zader, then Maul.
Zader, then Maul. Okay, so who's number 3? There's 3 spots left.
Palpy.
We just said Palpatine.
Ooh.
Oh, Dooku.
There you go. I was wondering if anybody's going to catch it. All right, so we got 3 remaining Sith. Let's see who comes in at number 3. Count Dooku. Everyone who has played Galaxy of Heroes for long enough knows Count Dooku, remembers his atrocious dodge meta, and wishes they would never see him again. Thanks to his rework, he's back. His basic attack counters, stuns, ability blocks, and regenerates 10% of his protection. His Force Lightning ability now stuns and applies the shock debuff. Time to dust off your Dooku and put him back in your lineup. Wow, you guys glad to see Count Dooku back? Nobody cares, huh?
Yeah, I never farmed him, but I guess I have to now.
Yeah.
I only farmed him halfway, but I suppose I have to finish him off now.
You got to go all the way. You got to commit to that Dooku.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 2, Darth Vader, a powerhouse in the AAT and Rancor raids with turn meter reduction, massive offense buff to Empire and Sith allies, and persistent damage over time. The most important ship in Ship Arena, allowing target lock to persist forever. Darth Vader is a force in every aspect of Galaxy of Heroes, which he should be. He's Darth Vader for crying out loud. All right, and the number 1 Sith in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, Darth Maul. Wow. Not that long ago, well, I guess about 9 months ago, he was one of the worst characters to farm in the game. Now, after his reworks, his updates, his changes, look at him. They listened. They finally listened. Darth Maul, the number 1 Sith in the game, the most dominant Zeta leadership ability in Arena, enormous AoE, and single target damage, especially against Jedi. One of the most dynamic ships in Ship Arena. For months, Darth Maul was a useless character who was too slow and too fragile to be effective in any aspect of the game. His time has finally come until he is cut in half. So what do you guys think about that list? That's pretty cool to see some of these characters after all these months on this list.
Well, finally seeing Savage Opress on the list.
Yeah, Darth Maul
Awesome.
up there, deserving of that number 1 spot because of that new event we just got going. We were talking a little about it, saying I hadn't put my mods on him. I modded him up, and he basically destroyed most of those stages by himself.
Nice.
So.
Nice. Cool. Well, I'm going to check that out here. I think actually next we'll be getting to that. The Places of Power event. So cool, man. Good deal. And then let's look at the final thoughts this week. The dark side is definitely rising. So how are your Sith teams? Do you think Kylo Ren should also be considered a Sith? So we can have that 10 spot filled for next time we do this list. What other Sith characters would you like to see added to the game? Let us know in the comment section below. We always love to hear your thoughts. Again, this was the top 10 list for the week from LordSkunk.com. Top 9 Sith in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Another TeamSkunk.com presentation brought to you by Mac at Media Artist Collective, sponsored by Loot Crate. Get 10% off from LordSkunk.com/Loot Crate. Cool, man. What did you guys think in the live chat? Do you agree?
Yeah, it's awesome. We had that conversation about Kylo Ren at the after party last week. He is just a Force user. He has not completed his training. He is not a Sith.
Who knows? After The Last Jedi, maybe Rey will be on the Sith list. We don't know. We just don't know.
Knight of Ren.
Yeah, the live chat pretty insistent that he is not a Sith.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that the reason that he's not a Sith in the game kind of shows some of the plans that they have for him in the future. So we'll see if he completes his training or if he comes back
if
to
he
the
is
light.
a Sith, it means that Luke didn't fulfill the prophecy and destroy the Sith. So, like,
that's a good point.
Be a Sith.
That's a good point. So we'll have to wait and see how they play that out in the next movie. Well, how many months we got for that? Almost a year, right?
It's December again. So
yeah, we got a while.
10 months.
9 months.
All right. Well, we'll revisit this back again in 10 months. Make a note of that, McLeod.
Yep.
All right, and now we will look at the new Places of Power Assault Battle event. Let's battle some Jedi. So Talon told me this was really easy for him. I don't have Zeta, Vader, or Maul, so we're gonna see how this is gonna work out for me. Let me see if I can pull this.
How good is your Maul?
And really, it was Maul that did most of the work. I mean, once you got a bunch of the Jedi down on health, Maul basically kills them one shot with his basic.
Okay.
And like
And
the
then
mods
you
I
get
have on
100%
him
turn meter and goes
damage.
again.
Like,
It's pretty
I was
awesome.
popping each person for about 40k.
My
And that was
Maul.
on the bonus tier, the hardest one.
My Maul is 7-star, but he's only blue geared.
He might struggle a bit then.
Yeah.
But yeah,
my
with
Maul's
that
gear
100%
11.
turn
So.
meter, it kind of reminded me of when I first got him, which is why I'm lucky to have him as high up as I do already before his Zetas and everything came out. Was Galactic War. He would just, there was so many Jedis in it at the time, he would just destroy Galactic War by himself. That extra turn meter and that AoE, it was valuable then, and it's pretty much reminded me of that during this challenge now.
Yeah. And if he does have the opportunity to go first, he drops the AoE with the daze everyone. Basically, your 5s is negated. Everybody who retaliates, they can't do nothing. Anybody who calls in for assists.
This is the
See you
first
later.
time. This is the first time I've used Sid, and I don't know how long.
And Sid with his expose is actually pretty nice. I wish I had him Zated right now.
So we're running this with Palpatine lead, Vader, Phasma, Sid, and First Order TIE Fighter pilot. So let's see how we do. Is there a new mechanic or a new ability that they added to this event? Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
Dark Gambit.
Yeah, there was something there, but I didn't touch it.
Didn't mess with it? Okay. Dark Gambit.
It seemed to take away everybody's turn meter, and I don't know what it did exactly, but I didn't want to do it.
It's the main mechanic behind it. Yeah, it gives you health steal, which is kind of useful, but then you also get defense down. So not entirely sure how you would use that to your advantage.
I guess with the
didn't seem to
Palpatine
need
lead,
it
you
at
could
all.
pretty easy. So sacrifice
Yeah.
30% of activating units' health to gain bonus offense, speed, and health steal for 2 turns. Also gain defense down for 2 turns. So I guess you could technically do it with Palpatine as lead. But let's not use it right now. We don't need it. So there's 8 encounters of these? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I tried using it just out of curiosity later on, just to try it, and immediately got Dooku killed the next go after he activated it. So it wasn't that useful.
Nice. Yeah, where's that new quality of life thing for this one where you could just do the basics for the first 6 encounters? We need that for this.
There's a
That
few
might
tiers where
be
you're
useful.
just gonna wipe them out. Basic with Maul. It's gonna
I had a really random theory that in the credit heist, if you only use basic abilities, you get the higher payouts because it happened at least kind of 75% of the time. But then the last time it didn't do anything. So could be, couldn't be, but at least with the auto, it'd be easy to find out.
All right, we're on 4 of 8 now. So we're on 4 of 8. So again, if you're watching this on the podcast, it might not be quite as exciting, but we're getting through the Places of Power event. 4 of 8. Again, we took in Palpatine, Lead, Vader, Phasma, First Order TIE Fighter Pilot, and Sid, who I haven't used them forever. It's kind of cool seeing Sid in there again. And TIE Fighter Pilot, really, I haven't used them much either lately. So it's kind of cool.
Notice how you kill the leader and they all get morale down.
Oh, really? So kill that one first?
Yeah, it takes away 20% of their basic stats, I believe. So it really weakens them.
See, this is where Maul did all his damage. All those Sentinels and guards who don't have a lot of health, he can basically one-shot them with his basic and then go one-shot the rest of them in a row because of the 100% turn meter gain. That was kind of nice. But your TIE Fighter pilot's doing pretty good damage, and Sid's expose is really helping too.
Also, when he drops the AoE, he's going to get crazy turn meter, right? Under the palp lead.
What, Maul? Oh, with a palp lead? Yeah, I guess if she drops days on everyone, that'll work too. So either way he goes, he just keep going.
Oh yeah, but with TIE Fighter there too, right? He's going to get turn meter. The days is going to give Maul turn meter. Does that work for Sith highlights as well? Or is that Empire only with Emperor Palpatine?
Yeah, I think Empire got one set of bonuses and Sith got another. So actually, that might not work for his AoE. I think it was Empire that got that. Yeah, because normally you get it off Darth, and you get it for Palpatine. I'll have to double check that because I haven't really used.
Yeah, but
it was theory.
I'm thinking
no
Vader, but
really...
it's because Vader's also Empire.
Yeah, he's both.
So he gets the turn meter boost, but unfortunately, I don't think Maul gets it under a Palpatine lead.
No, because up till now, no one's really. It was theorycraft in the beginning. It was a great idea when Palpatine first came out to see if you could use all the Sith and the Empire to make a super team, but they just weren't viable up until now. So
oh geez, they just crushed TIE Fighter Pilot. First Order TIE Fighter Pilot is gone. I'm on the final encounter now.
Yeah, a lot of help going into that last battle. It's so much harder. The last battle is so much harder than the 7 preceding it. It just suddenly ramps up in difficulty because you've got all the maxed out characters, and I think they probably have Zetas on them, or at least the ability for the event.
Okay, we got rid of General Kenobi. Yeah, they're all getting this foresight and all that stuff. So
yeah, getting super buffs straight out of it as soon as you go. So you gotta get past that first.
See if we can get rid of.
I think you'll be all right though.
What else is there? Any lead?
Uh-oh. Sidious is getting low.
Kill somebody.
Yep, there goes Yoda. Nice. Okay, so we got Yoda. I think this is done now.
Yeah, as long as you got rid of the Yoda, that was the main problem because you just kept spreading those buffs.
Okay, that was scary because that's just the first tier.
Yeah, I thought, oh, this is easy, and that was the first tier, and then I got to this final battle and went, okay, I may need to look at my characters properly.
Well, this isn't bad. I got 1.4 million ship credits, 15 Mace, 5 JC, 5 Plo Koon, 4 Jedi Council ship, 8 Ahsoka Tano ship, 10 Ahsoka Tano shards, and 4 Plo Koon shards. I'm currently farming out of Cantina. And then we got 3 of the Cinar Hollow Projector salvage. So, cool. All right.
Yeah, that was the one comment everyone made was you get a lot of ship credits out of this. And obviously the shards are nice, but it's mainly the ship credits that everyone's excited about. It seems to be the bottleneck at the moment. Same as originally regular credits were the bottleneck. Now, ship credits, unless you're willing to buy them, are the thing that slows you down because a lot of people meant to farm up the shards but have no credits to do anything about it.
Okay, we are starting tier 2 now. So let's see what happens. So it's the same setup. It's still Yoda and all them at the end, then, right?
I would assume so. I haven't done the
Yeah,
second one yet.
it's exactly
We
the
started the
same,
live show, so
except they're more difficult. Tier 4 is going to be a good hurdle.
Oh, there's 4
Phase
events or 3?
4. Phase 4.
Oh, phase 4. Okay.
that's like the bonus one that's super hard, right?
Yeah, who did the bonus one? You guys all, Drew
Yeah,
Dog
I
and Talon,
completed
you guys
it.
did them? You did the bonus? Okay.
I don't know. By the end of it, my maul was like so strong because I just kept killing everybody at the beginning with them that like he would do his AOE and then like 4 guys would be dead and there would be 2 standing and they would be yellow. So I don't know. Maybe I just made my Darth Maul ridiculously strong.
How do you mod your maul?
I just put crit damage on him like crazy. Crit damage triangle on a set, and then the other set's got crit chance set. But my focus was on crit damage.
Right? Did you get any speed on there?
Yeah,
Any
he's got speed.
arrow?
Well, he's got a 30 speed arrow on him.
Yeah,
That's the crit chance mod. But
he's still pretty slow though. I noticed.
oh yeah,
Even,
he's very slow.
I put a speed set on him, and he was still pretty slow.
But yeah, once he gets rocking and rolling, I mean, he's critting for. He was critting for 40k.
Yeah, you kind of once he gets going and gets that 100% terminator, you don't need the speed, but
like
I would say
on
that's
the
not going to
earlier
work in
tier,
arena.
he would do 22, and then it would climb 25, and then it would climb 27. By the end of it, it's 37, 39, 40. I'm like, wow. Because his offense keeps going up.
Okay, so we're going on to battle 6 of 8 now in tier 2.
Yeah, you're whipping through this pretty good.
It's the calm before the storm.
Yeah, I think eight's going to be pretty tough on this one now.
Yeah, TIE Fighter Pilot lost his protection now, so there's no way to really heal him back up, unfortunately.
I think 7's a good hurdle on this one, too.
So how many people are actually seeing the reality of the Maul meta on their shards right now?
My number one guy that I got if I'm gonna take number one, I didn't have a lot of time today to get it. I just stayed at number 2. He was number 1. This is Maul, Zeta Maul, so it's pretty
All
good.
right. Yeah, that might be explained why Rex took a position in the meta this week, because probably for the dispel and the tenacity up.
Well, this guy runs, I think he runs Chirrut and Baze as well, so that's annoying. I mean, you put them with anybody, dude, it's annoying. So, you know what I'm saying?
So that's a Maul lead with Chirrut and Baze.
Yeah, it's got Chirrut, Palpatine, and I'll look at it when I'm done with this.
Yeah, that sounds pretty annoying. Has anyone figured out the best counter team?
General
for
Kenobi
the
is the
Maul?
5th.
Oh, right, yeah. That'd do it.
Oh, no. They just killed Palp.
Oh, Kenobi just slammed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the whole team comes in. Yeah, that happened to me the first time out.
I think they're going to kill TIE Fighter Pilot. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, you may need to look at gearing up and modding your Maul to get through this.
Yeah, he was on my list to do. I was kind of had 1 or 2 other characters I was going to look at, but maybe I'll do it. I don't know if it's really worth the rewards. I didn't really get anything that great out of there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the only thing I'd really want would be Plo Koon, and I get that out of ship shards out of the cantina anyway. So
Yeah, it depends how much you're focusing on ships. Really, the main thing out of this seems to be the ship credits.
Yeah, if you can get through
Or it's
them
not
all,
too
it's like
difficult.
3.5 million,
is it nice.
4 million maybe.
Nice. There's going to be a big bump on
Yeah,
upgrades on for ships.
I kind of dropped it on 2 ships right away. They've been waiting, you know what I mean? It's been Ahsoka's ship 7-star and Consular's ship 7-star. But I don't even use Consular in my lineup.
Probably gonna
I did
use-
it.
I don't know why, but I was seriously considering like my first 7-star ship to be Sunfac. He seems to be doing real well for me in my battle.
10
Make
more
him
Vader
that much
shards.
tougher. With all the tanky taunting ships. Yeah, I did notice that the achievement you get 10.
Yeah, 10 straight to
They're,
the
they're,
shard shop.
they're going
Dun,
quite
dun,
generous with the
dun.
Vader shards these days.
So
Yeah,
sad.
So that dude that's doing really good on my server, he's got Zeta Maul, General Kenobi, Palpatine, Sunfac. I think he switched up that Sunfac. I don't think Sunfac was in there earlier. And then Boba Fett. So let's fight him. I got one battle left. We'll fight him real quick. We're running General Kenobi, 5s, Rex, Ayla, and B2. And the only Zeta, the only character that can be Zeta on this team is 5, and he is Zetaed. So let's see. We're going to go after Kenobi. He's just going to taunt all the time anyways. This is another RNG kind of team. You know what I'm saying? If you get the right RNG, you're good to go. If you don't, you're going to be in trouble. So there goes the Maul Days. Okay, so now... Oops. I want to stay on Kenobi if we can. Okay, we're back to Sunfac. At least we got Rex to go ahead and cleanse that. Now we just need B2. Come on, B2.
They're not getting great RNG from B2 at the moment.
There we go, finally. Let's see who he can get. Okay, so Maul. Okay, so let's get rid of... We can't, though, because of Kenobi. That's the thing about Kenobi. His taunt will trigger after, B2. So you can't usually catch him with a... buff immunity. It's very difficult to do, so... Should see if we can get rid of him. That's what I usually do. When I beat this team, I usually get rid of Kenobi. And then a lot of times, my counters, when Kenobi can get that retribution up, the counters will kill off, not kill off, but do a lot of damage on Maul, Baba, and Palpatine, because they're AoEing, so that'll catch them. Let's see what we can get here with B2. We're going fishing now. All that we got, man, this sucks because all that we got was Sunfac. We didn't get any of the Sith. So we're gonna do some work on little Boba Fett here. And
Kind of
there we go.
unusual
That's
how
what-
potent is your B2.
pretty good, like 80% maybe.
Yeah, just bad RNG.
So I think we're pretty good. If we can get rid of Boba Fett here, barring him killing Rex or something, or I guess technically you could do Ayla. Barring that, we should be sitting pretty good. Yeah, if anybody's gonna kill Ayla, let it be Darth Maul on that one. We just don't want Boba Fett getting that back. Okay, so there goes Palpatine, so he's done. All right, so we're pretty good. We're doing pretty good now. Now we better auto it just to make sure we save the time. So we're going to take out Sunfac now. Just get rid of him, and then Maul be the last one left. If we can get B2 to buff block Maul, then I would go for him. But I just don't know if we'll be able to get it. So we'll stick with Sunfac. Sunfac's gone. Now it's just down to Maul versus 5s, Kenobi, Rex, and B2. So there he's done. Okay, got him. All right, cool. So there you have it. It's a pretty good team though, man. If you mess that up, you're in trouble. Or if you get bad RNG, you're in trouble. So good stuff there. All right. So we did the we tried out the Places of Power. We did a little arena match, impromptu arena match. So that's good stuff there. Let's get back over back on track. I believe we got our questions that we're gonna have to do now. Let's see. Yep. Weekly questions. So again, follow at LordSkunk1 on Twitter and tweet with hashtag AskSkunk, and we'll be glad to answer your questions live on the live show. What's up, man? Everybody in chat, man. Chat has just been blowing up tonight. It's been a crazy amount of people in chat. Love seeing that. It's cool. So let's get into the questions of the week. All right, guys. You're going to have to fill in for Riemann. I don't believe Riemann is available. So you ready to do this?
Yeah, if Riemann's not here, a quick breaking news update for a question I know you've been getting a lot constantly, and everyone's been asking me the last couple of weeks, is where is the skunk head design merch? And happy to say it is up and available right now, along with 2 other great new designs.
What? I got to pull that up, dog. So you go to lordskunk.com/merch. Let's see, lordskunk.com.
I brought it up earlier, but I hate to interrupt your intro.
All right, well, here it is. I'm on it now. lordskunk.com/merch. There it is, dog. There it is. We got to flip back over now. Now that you said that. So let's.
And it's nice and big as well. So
I'm here if you need me.
Okay, cool.
Hey, it's Robot Riemann.
All right, so here they are. There it is. The skunk head. Boom, baby. You got to get that skunk head shirt. That's
and
what's
you got
up,
your,
man.
Yeah, you got your Ray is Bay and hashtag whale problems.
Nice.
Because you wouldn't understand.
What do you think? Ray is Bay. If you're a Ray fan, you better get over there and get that. All right, and then here you go. Oh, I lost it. What happened? LordSkunk.com merch. There we go. All right, hashtag whale problems. You wouldn't understand. Nice. There it is. Hashtag whale problems. Cool, man. Cool. So make sure you head over to lordskunk.com/merch to get in for your drawings. This is by going to that link, it'll take you over to Cloud City 7, the official home of the Lord Skunk and Team Skunk merch. That's cool, man. It's cool.
Get those in any color. Not
Any
just the ones you see there.
color you want. Look at this color. Heather gray, charcoal, hot pink. Where's hot pink at? I know they got it. Or that might only be in girls.
They got hot pink, they
It's only
got
girls,
green,
isn't
they
it?
got yellow, orange, whatever you want.
View design on other styles. So here they all are. Where are they at? There they are. So there's your kids' hoodies, your kids' sweatshirts, your kids' t-shirts, your kids' varsity jacket, men's baseball shirt, men's hoodie. I'm wearing one of the hoodies right now. Cool, man. Cool. So get over there and check it out. lordskunk.com/merch.
Looks pretty good in blue there, whale, out in the sea.
Yeah. Hashtag whale problems.
Good stuff.
Nice. All right, cool. Let's get back to these questions in. First question comes from Keith Merritt at Lifting Preacher. Lord Skunk 1, which should be a higher priority to gear since the Sith rework, Darth Sidious or Count Dooku? Riemann, are you here to answer that one?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I'd say Count Dooku. I mean, Count Dooku's got the ability to regain protection, and he also gets I believe he gets increased counter damage, right?
I think his counters can't be evaded.
No, that's a typo.
Hmm.
It's that they can't be countered. No. His basic can't be countered anymore, right?
I think so, maybe.
One of the things is a typo, but either way, overall, Dooku just has a better kit I think, than Sidious does right now. Even though Sidious has, seen obviously an improvement, I just think that especially on like a Dooku, I'm sorry, on a Vader led team, with that term meter decrease, I think that Dooku's going to be flying all over the board. Plus, he's going to be gaining protection. I see more out of Dooku right now. Dooku seems like probably one of the hottest Sith out there right now.
Yeah, he's good. You're right about the non-counter because during that event, I was taking down Alia with him and not getting the counter or retribution from her. And I was wondering why. I was just like, oh, that's good RNG. But yeah, definitely now I think about it, a lot of hits and no counter.
Yeah, so you can't be countered, and on top of that, like I said, he's gaining protection back with his Zeta. I think he gets an increase in damage, and he also, if he gets critically hit, I think he gets a critical hit immunity for one turn afterwards. Also, just a really cool thing for him because I mean, being able to regain. I mean, Dooku's just going so frequently. Um, being able to gain protection back is a huge bonus.
Cool. All right, and then the next question comes from gaming fans at Gaming Fans DFN. At Lord Skunk 1, I just got Baze Malbus to 7 stars. Where do you see him helping the most in Heroic AAT and why? He's guessing Phase 3. What are you guys' thoughts?
I mean, I don't think in phase 3. I think you're seeing more of him being viable in phase 4. I mean, it depends. I mean, like obviously, there's a lot of teams now that are doing a lot of damage in phase 4, but from what I remember, I think Sky was doing pretty significant damage with that Rogue One team in phase 4 for a long time, and obviously, clones now are a great team for phase 4 too, but. I think you're going to get the most out of him in phase 4, personally. That's my opinion.
All right. Phase 4 is the answer that Remon's giving. Okay, and then Nick Booth at Nick B04 at Lord Skunk 1. Is it worth it to level any dark side healers? Talia and Daka, low in TS character ranks. Other options getting through hard DS levels? I'll give you a quick answer to that one from my side of it. Is definitely go for droids if you can. If you're just starting to play the game, droids can help you, and then start getting Jawa Engineer out of guild shipments right away. As Remon can attest, even a Star 4 Jawa Engineer, if you gear him up, can help you out a ton, and you get that revive and heal option for your droids. So,
yeah, I agree with him 100%. I mean, that's the way to go.
and they're so good late game. I mean, you can use them in a lot of areas. They're good in the raids or in the Heroic AT raid for different phases if you need them. They can get you through, and when you're new, they can really get you through arena as well. And they're an easy team to farm. And just a fun overall team to play. One of the funnest teams to play, I think, is the droids. I mean, it's like these normal teams that I play. It's like playing with with a pistol. When you play with the droids, it's like playing with a machine gun. Man, they're just fun and they're crazy. Meatbag Mayhem is always a blast with HK. So that's
Trouble with what he was asking though through the hard dark side levels is Jawa's a light side, so you won't be able to use them.
Oh, you won't be able to use them. You're
part
right.
Of the game, yeah,
right.
which
You
is
can
I
use them
found
in
quite annoying
Cantina.
early game.
Yeah, you can use them in
Yeah, you
Cantina.
can use them in every other
arena.
mode, but yeah, you have to find some other option for your droid in the actual hard challenges, hard mode challenges.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't use Talia. I didn't seem like I used Talia and Daka that much as I got going. I mean, yeah, you kind of use them, in the early levels. I mean, you kind of give in Talia. You can use her a little bit, but you really you're just kind of brute force on the dark side. Dark side's like brute force. If if you can get even if you're a newer player and you can get your rebels up, which typically that's what newer players are starting with now, is rebels. It used to be Jedi. Now a lot of people are going rebels early. You can get that and then get your Palpatine, who Palpatine really helps out a lot. Having him as the leader over there because he will give that leadership to Empire and Sith. So.
Yeah,
So
I mean, if
different
you talk
options there.
about the levels, then he's probably better off investing in just getting those Sith and those Empire characters. Those will tear
Another
through a lot of the challenges.
Another person who's easy to get that can help you with Darkseid a lot now, since the rework, I would say would be Asajj Ventress. Asajj now has a speed increase, so she's going a lot faster. And if you are running Night Sisters like old Daka and Talia, I mean, she'll increase their speed as well. So she'll make herself faster as well. And I mean, in my early stages of the game, I used her to get through a lot of my dark side battles. Now there's some better options nowadays, but it's definitely a way to go.
Here's the real tip for new players who are trying to get through these. These are all lower. All these characters are just for early game. So instead of maybe investing in those characters, what I sought out to do when I started playing was I tried to get as many allies as possible. Now there's only 35 when I first started playing. Now you can get up to 50. So try to find some high level. If you're in this chats like this, or you're in the Lord Skunk Discord, or if you're a member of Team Skunk, try to fill up your allies, with higher level players. Man, they always are willing to help out, and help you get, help you out to get leveled up through some of these tougher battles. So that's a good option as well there. That's probably the best option, really, to be honest with you. I mean, if you're level 60 and you're running a level 85 from somebody, you're probably going to get through the battle. And then next question.
Oh,
yeah. Next question comes from Matt at 14 Chambers 14 Chambers M. At Lord Skunk 1, thoughts on Night Sister Acolyte, 20% heal on crit, combined with Xeris, some health crit chance mods. Would that make her good? What do you think, Riemann? It's kind of an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you know what? I mean, that could be the secret of the game that nobody's ever unlocked before. Because I mean, nobody is invested enough in the Night Sister Acolyte to find out. But I mean, listen, uh, before you go ahead and start investing in that, get yourself a Skycrack and let him try that out first for you before you go ahead and start doing that. There's probably somebody out there that has both of them, at least at a high enough level to see if it works.
Yeah, well, maybe we should make a note. Somebody on there should make a note. Maybe Cheeky, since she's sitting at the airport, she can shoot Skycrack a message and ask him to try that out. Try Night Sister Acolyte combined with Xeris to see how that works out.
Yeah, he's probably never tried that before.
Yeah,
You know
he
what I'm
loves
saying?
trying stuff like that.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, but that's pretty out of the box thinking. It's a good idea.
Yep. So
Sounds
big shout out to
Sounds
Matt. Good job. We'll see. If we hear back from Skycrack on it, we'll let you know. All right, this one comes from Drom Hauer, Tiny545H3RO. What do you guys think about EA adding more Mando, meaning Mandalorian characters? Example, Sabine and or Django. What are you guys' thoughts on seeing some more Mandalorians?
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I still don't have any inside info on this, so I'm not like breaking any NDAs or anything. But I think personally that we're getting the Rebels from the show Rebels. So I think Sabine is coming, and I think that we're going to get more Mandalorians. I don't know about Django. I don't see Django coming anytime soon, but I definitely think we're going to get Sabine, and maybe even that guy that's a Mandalorian with her, that guy Fen Rao or whatever.
Is it not? It's not that Kanan guy, is it? It's Kanan with Ezra.
No, it's
Okay.
Finn Rao.
Finn Rao.
Kanan's a Jedi.
Yeah.
Fen Rao is a Mandalorian. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know they're in that Force Arena game together. So it's Ezra and Kanan, and then Finn and Sabine. Then right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kanan's like the lead guy.
I think that's what's happening.
Cool. All right. Only time will tell. All right. Make sure you join us for the live show after party in the LordSkunk.com Discord voice chat. To connect with us, go to LordSkunk.com/Discord. And I'm going to check real quick on Twitter just to see if anybody got any last minute questions in. It looks like we did get some. And here's a great question. Great question. I had the same exact question. This comes from Christopher Wagner at PSU_. Our site, ARCITE, I'm not sure how you say it, but at Lord Skunk 1, does potency affect Ayla Secura? Wording on her passive sounds like it doesn't. If so, what % do you recommend? On Ayla Secura, I was I did not know for the longest time. I thought, if she crit, she automatically got the stun no matter what. I asked this in the Team Skunk main chat, the main guild that I'm in, along with Remon and Skycrack and Lord Wrath and all those various players. And the answer that I got back, okay, that seems to be consistent amongst the players, was that first you need the crit chance to actually crit, then it does a potency check. So for me, I went ahead and redid my mods. I looked at my different mods, and I redid them. My secondary is based on crit chance and then on potency. I do have a potency. What is it? A cross, right? Potency cross. So I do have that on her as well. Any conflicting information on that, guys? That's the consensus that I came up with.
Yeah, that's the way I read it too.
Yeah, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I run the potency cross and then also the crit chance triangle.
Yeah, let me see. Let me pull up my Ayla. She will be replaced soon. But my Ayla has potency of only 59%, but it's better than what I had before. And her crit chance is at 75%. So that just gives you an idea. So if I could raise up my potency, I would, but I just didn't have the mods with the crit chance and the potency enough to be able to do it. So, all right, and then this comes from Paul at Hungry Paulie. Lord Skunk 1, do you think Asajj will get the Sith tag soon? She had the same job as Sith Assassin.
I don't think so.
No?
No. I mean, no.
All right, and then
I could see why you would think that, and I kind of agree. That she should work with Sith in some way, but at least with Dooku. But but no.
I guess it goes back again to the rule of two. It was Dooku and Palpatine. Darth Sidious were the
Yeah, Saj is just a dark side force user. She was never an apprentice. Dooku would have had to kill Sidious first, and then her story, though, she falls in love with the Jedi, and she actually becomes a bounty hunter, and goes actually good. So,
yeah, I think if you're looking at the Clone Wars show, then she was kind of Dooku's not quite apprentice, but he was protege, was grooming her up, and then was replaced by Savage Opress before she got that far.
Well, Maul
that other life.
I mean, Maul was Sidious's real apprentice anyway. Dooku wasn't even his real apprentice. Dooku was just converted to the dark side because he had high political power.
So Asajj was Dooku's assassin, Sith assassin. She was trained in the ways of the Force, but she was a youngling. She was a Jedi youngling as well. So there's a whole story arc behind her character, and eventually she goes back to the Night Sisters. She leads the army against the Mandalorians. Is it?
She's also a bounty
Or is
hunter
it the
too.
Sith?
Yeah.
Then she becomes a bounty hunter. She comes back to Coruscant. She helps Ahsoka Tano. It's one of the coolest.
Yep, she falls in love with Quinlan Voss. So big story for her.
Well, I think that's why they're releasing like Sith Trooper and Sith Assassin, obviously out of the Knights of the Old Republic era, because that was before the Rule of Two. There were multiple Sith back then, so interesting. So we'll have to see in the future how they handle Asajj, but the consensus seems to be no. And then the final question comes from Fred Ward 2. At Lord Skunk 1, has the daily raid tickets and guild management bug been fixed in the quality of life update? So there were a lot of updates in there that we talked about, all good stuff. And Cheeky Cutie was the first one to point that out, that she would like to see that. Reemon, any word on that, or any insight on when we could possibly be seeing the daily raid ticket bug fix? That would probably be the biggest quality of life update in the game.
You're talking about the 600 for everybody?
Bug. Yep.
Yeah, no, that's not in the quality of life update, and that's a much larger fix than you think. It's not like just making a small adjustment, and it would take a lot of time. And so the thing is, they only have a certain amount of time to allocate towards certain things. So, like, if they had to take, let's say, a couple guys and allocate them just specifically towards working towards fixing that bug, it would take them away from working on a future update. So, I mean, you have to, decide, like, is it better to bring out new content or fix the 600 bug? And I'd rather have new content.
That's because Remon doesn't check the coins daily. All right, so again, make sure you join us for the live show after party in the lordskunk.com Discord voice chat. To connect with us, again, go to lordskunk.com/Discord. And even if you're watching the replay or the podcast of this, you can still join over there. There's thousands of other Galaxy of Heroes players. If you need help, you need allies, you got questions, or you just want to share your roster, or you're looking for a guild, you can head over there and we will help you out. So again, thank you to everybody that viewed the show. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that like and subscribe button or follow button, whatever streaming channel you're on. Please hit that. And again, thank you to all of our patrons. If you're interested in becoming a patron, head over to lordskunk.com/support. It'll show you our patron along with all the other ways that you can support the channel. I'm sure there is a way on there for you. All right, and we will see you guys over in the live chat. And we look forward to finishing up Darth Nihilus, the Lord of Hunger 4 event. Coming late tonight, early tomorrow morning, depending on where you're at. And then I'll have a video up on that very recently. So, again, make sure you check out Remon's Quality of Life update video that he did. You can find it on his channel. You went over the leveling, the improvements on leveling a character, leveling mods, and one other thing. What was it? Character mods. I'm not sure. He must have went off. He said he was driving, so there was 3 things that he went over, which was pretty cool. So you can check out that video over on his channel. So we will talk more over in the after party. See you guys there. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon.